Remember this story we told you about how Delta Airlines charged soldiers for extra baggage when they return from the field of duty? Well, our next guest is so outraged, he wants to make sure that it never happens again.
What's he doing about it? Well, California Congressman Jeff Denham has introduced a resolution that would force airlines to waive all baggage fees for our troops. Congressman, how far along are you with this push?
Well, certainly we've got a bipartisan support in the House, and, this is something we're going to push through. We want to make sure that the airlines know that this is the will of Congress. Most of the airlines already do this, but as you can see, there are some, unpredictable that, are going to charge our servicemen and women. That's something that those men and women who are returning from battle shouldn't have to worry about.
Absolutely. Here's what Steve Lott, the spokesperson for the Air Transport Association, says. They're not crazy about what you're talking about. They say, we certainly oppose the government or Congress trying to regulate or dictate what services airlines can and cannot provide and what they can charge for those services. The customer and market forces should decide what services the government provides, not a congressman. What do you say to that?
We think that it's crazy that they would ever charge our military men and women in the first place. I mean, the last thing that our soldiers should be worried about is stopping at an ATM on the way to the airport just to bring their equipment home. So this is just sending a very strong message to all of the airlines that they need to have the same policy. Right. And, I don't want to go out and regulate any of the airlines any more than they're today. But when their contracts are up, the Department of Defense, I assume that this is something that they'll look at. Who are our partners and who's going to work with us?
So what you're saying, Congressman, we're not going to throw you in jail for doing this, but we're going to say you're going against the will of Congress. And a lot of times they have to come back to Congress for approval on different items and for planes.
Absolutely. And, I think their customers are going to decide which airline they use based on the cost of tickets as well as the cost of baggage. We don't want to dictate that again, but, our men and women that are coming home from battle, I mean, that's certainly a different circumstance than somebody who's going from California to Dulles.
Sure. So your message for the many men and women, the thousands who are overseas right now serving this nation and are watching this program is, don't worry, when you come home, you can bring your stuff for free.
Absolutely. And that every business, every airline, we want to make sure that we're welcoming home with open arms.
That sounds simple enough. The will of Congress is about to speak. Congressman Jeff Denham, thanks for speaking to us.
You got